ça se passe, j'ai sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant trop mon whisky. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris, mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs. Allez hop, un matin, une louloute est venue chez moi, poupée de cellophane, cheveux chinois, un sparadrap, une gueule de bois, a bu ma bière dans un grand verre en caoutchouc.
Hey, this is DemonDriver here, and I want to show you one of the most important build videos that I could possibly make for you. I know that in the A300 build, I never actually showed you guys how I make a wing. Well, tonight we have a perfect opportunity to show you. I'm building a A300 wing section for the 7-foot A300 that a friend of mine is building upon my plans for my 7-foot A300. And basically, this is it. I'm building the wing section for him. He built the fuselage based on my plans for my version of a 7-foot A300. And he's built the fuselage, and he's doing that. And he's contracted me to build the wings. And here they are. What you're looking at, 2 pieces of 3mm depron taped at the center. Now, I use aluminum tape and I use clear tape, clear packing tape. Okay, let me get all this crap out of the way that shouldn't be here so we don't, okay, now, get more of this crap out of the way. That can be a problem sometimes when you have multiple airliner builds. You got piles of junk. Okay. Clear packing tape. Clear packing tape is on the outside leading edge of the wing over the aluminum tape. 2 pieces of 3mm foam. Top, bottom. Cut out your 2 pieces. Lay the first piece down. Take a piece of carbon fiber strip. The carbon fiber strip runs all the way to 2 pieces, one long 2/10 piece of carbon fiber rod, hollow, and a forward piece. These 2 pieces, it's what I call an A-frame. The 2 pieces come together at a point, and the longest piece goes all the way almost to the edge of the wing. Now, at the point where the A meets, it runs underneath the main upper wing spar, which actually helps form our airfoil. This is a very simple, lightweight wing design, but it's effective, and it gets the job done. Now, here is where the forward carbon fiber rod links up to the rear carbon fiber rod of the A-frame of the forward leading edge that helps us support our engine tab, pylon tab, which is right here, which is also made of carbon fiber. Now I'll lift this up so you can see it. Do you see it? It has 2 holes already drilled into it so that the engine pylon will rest on that. Okay? Here are our 12-gauge wires that run through that will be connected to the engine. I'm no longer putting the ESC down with the engine anymore. From what they say, you put the ESC closer to the batteries because long battery leads between the ESC and the battery are bad. But long brushless motor wires between the ESC and the motor is fine. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay, 3 12-gauge wires going through, small slit right here beside the tab, runs through to the EDF. 70 or 90 millimeters, fine. You got your forward portion of the A-frame. Carbon fiber tab, JB welded into place. Now I use JB Weld Quick, and here I have JB Weld Quick, but then JB Steel over that to create a rigid structure for the EDF tab. Incredibly strong, really rigid. Now, this pink foam is a very stiff but lightweight pink foam cut to match the width of the wing of the A300 wing. It tapers down. Now, as we step back, we have pre-cut servo square holes here and a piece of just, yarn so that when they're cut out, you can pull that, attach the servo wire to it, and then run your servo through it, your servo extension to your aileron servo, outboard flap, inboard flap. Here is your landing gear point drawn in. That'll be cut out so you can put your, you can run your landing gear strut through with the engine, with the wing box here. Now, as we go to the trailing edge of the wing, we have a balsa tab here and a balsa strip here. This is what your hinges for your flaps connect to. Okay? So, and then we have our lights. One green LED right here, one white trailing edge strobe right there. Okay? These LED light wires run down through, all the wires run down through to the opening. Now, I'm going to show you right now how I basically bend the wing over for you, and you're going to watch this right now. I'm going to do it right now. When? Right now. So let me get this, let me get you guys situated here. Okay, hang on here. Let me get you situated. Alright, let's get us situated here so you see how this is done. It is vitally important that you see this process, because this is how I make my wings, from the 707 wing to the L1011 to the new MD-80 I'm building to the big L1011 to most of my planes. The only difference is that B9 back over there and the Shorts 360, I used a different, I have wing spars and formers in there, so it's a little bit different. But this is how I do my jet airliner wing. Alright, here we go. Let's get rocking before this camera runs out of juice. Okay, what you're going to need for this is your 5-minute epoxy, which I have, and a brush. Okay, you need weights. You're going to need a metal ruler of some kind, and I'll show you why I have all this stuff. So first, we get our brush, get our 5-minute epoxy. We make sure everything is secure and where it's supposed to be inside the wing before we do anything. We go over everything, make sure our wires are all where we want them, make sure nothing's missing, make sure everything is where we want it to be. This LED wire is not where I want it to be, so I'm going to just slightly move that to that position right there. No, I don't want that. There we go. Not quite where I want that to be. So we're going to pre-position that so that when we fold the wing over, it's going to be where we want it. And it's not going to be out of place. Okay. And we don't want to put the tape anywhere where it's going to interfere with the actual epoxying and then pulling over the wing. Okay, epoxy. Take our 5-minute epoxy. And we want a pretty good generous amount because we're really going to glob this crap on here. And I want to just show you real fast how much this wing section weighs so far with what we have. Here is a very accurate American old-fashioned steam gauge mail weight, or paper, postage weight, postage scale. And what we have so far right now weighs less than half a pound for this wing structure so far. Maybe 40% of a pound. That's what we got so far. So we're talking pretty lightweight stuff here. That's why I built it this way. There's less structure, therefore you got less weight. The less structure, it's strong. I had a old DC-9 wing that I built a few years back, and I didn't like how it came out. I spray painted the tape. I taped it over and spray painted it, and the tape like bubbled up and did some weird stuff. So I tried to throw it out, and I had it in the garbage, and I couldn't break the damn thing up. I couldn't physically break it up. I had to actually use a hammer to smash it. So that's how strong these wings are. Actually, when my DC-9 crashed on that maiden flight, the wing was fine. The wing survived, just the nose section was hurt. So it's kind of a validation of how I designed these damn things. Works pretty well. Alright, now watch. Here we go. Now, take our brush and we mix together our 2-part epoxy. Alright? Now, make sure that the camera is in. Make sure you guys are in frame here. You can see what's going on. Let me get that. There we go, that's perfect. Okay, mix up our 5-minute epoxy. This is how I'm going to do the L1011. This is how I'm going to do my TU134, my MD80 that's sitting right over here, the first prototype. Okay, we brush on the 5-minute onto the first piece of balsa. Right? This is the outer piece of balsa that the outboard flaps are going to attach to. And we're brushing it on, right? We're brushing it on. Very gently, we brush it on. Now we're going to the aileron. Right before, you know. Okay. Brushing it on, brushing it on. Here we go. Brush it around the light because this is this LED white trailing edge light. Brush it right into here, right around the green strobe, the green recognition light. Start to put some on the wing spar, the main wing spar. Okay, so we're just brushing it on, brushing it into the areas where we want it. Brush it into this area here. I'm going to try and keep everything in frame. And we're just brushing it on, brushing it on, brushing it on. Brush it on. Now, I am going to tape over. When I'm going to do this, I'm going to actually tape it. I'm thinking more and more about how I'm going to do this. Sometimes I don't tape it. Like once I bring the two pieces together, I don't tape it. But I'm thinking this time I probably should. That way we hold our form. So I gotta move quickly because I got 5-minute epoxy here, so I gotta move my ass. I ran out of it. I didn't make enough, so gotta get moving here. Gotta get moving. Gotta get moving. When you got 5-minute epoxy, you gotta move your ass. You gotta move quick. Can't sit around and watch the paint dry. You gotta move because this stuff kicks quick. And when it starts to kick, you know, once it kicks, it's no good. It won't, you know, you lose your rigidity of it. So you want to strike where the iron's hot. Okay, so we're brushing it onto the top part of the spar, because once the wing folds over, it's going to, this is where it's going to meet up. Okay. Brushing it on quickly, 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 quickly. Gotta move. Move, move, move. Brushing it on here. Brushing it on. Brushing it on. Alright. I hope I explained the wing structure pretty well to you. I hope I did. You know what I'm going to do? Alright, I'm going to fit the tape to it now. Cover the tape. Gotta move. One piece here. Yeah, that should be good. One piece there. I'm putting clear tape on the bottom side so that I can flip it. One piece here. So I can fasten it with the tape and help hold the two halves together once it flips, once I, you know, combine the two pieces, if that makes any sense. Piece there. Okay, gotta move, move, move. One piece here. And one piece here. Okay, perfect. Alright, let me reposition you so you see the joining of the two. Let me reposition you real fast. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Make sure you guys are positioned properly. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, here we go. We're gonna join the two pieces. Here we go. Get all your junk out of your way. Get everything you don't need in your way, that's in your way, out of your way. Okay, here we go. Take the top piece, start to bend it over slowly with your hand. You bend it over, you're bending over the top piece of depron. Here we go. Bend it over. It starts to create the airfoil. See what's happening? It's see what's happening. Pay attention. Starts to create the airfoil. That's what we want. Take your first piece. Make sure you're lined up. We're lined up. I like that. Good. Now you take the piece of tape that we had over. Now you bend that piece of tape over. Alright, do the same thing on the back side. Join the two. Make sure everything's lining up. That piece is not... Okay, put that piece there. Here we go. This is it, folks. This is the whole enchilada right here. This is the whole enchilada. Okay, right there. That piece of tape. Alright, we form this piece. Okay, that's over where we want it. Pull that piece. Put the piece of tape. That's where we got that tape there. Alright, that's good. Alright, close that. Now we're pulling this piece of tape over. Okay, good. Alright, you see what's happening? Look at the airfoil. See the airfoil? Yeah, baby, yeah. Alright. Okay, wait a minute. Alright, wait a minute. Set it down here. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Alright. Okay, now, this, put that right there. Take a weight, pop it on right there. You pop that weight right there. That's sitting there now. Take this piece here. Okay, damn. Alright. I wanted to pre-position another thing that I don't have right now, but wait a minute. Alright, hang on. No need for fear. No need to be afraid. Just put those right there. Okay. Not the end of the world. Sucker down. Weigh that sucker down just like so. That's helping the pieces join up. That's what's helping the pieces join up. And this is how we do this. This is how this is done. See that? All on the trailing edge. Let me show you what's happening. Look at the airfoil. Look at this airfoil. Check this out. See, there's our airfoil. Can you see it? See? There's the airfoil. Leading edge, here's the carbon fiber rod sticking out. There's the inner rod. Make sure these are positioned properly. Any dings or anything like that we do during making this, the forming of this wing, I can spackle out, not a big deal. Here's our engine tab, here's our EDF tab. Here's our wires. Here, I got an EDF mounting tab right here. I got the pylon right here. See? That's how that's going to work. See? And that's what the engine cowl is going to fit to, and the EDF. Just like that. See? So I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll come right back. Hey, and here we are. Here's the completed wing, or at least the wing with the, sides together, with the two halves of depron mated at the trailing edge of the wing. and here is a scale engine nacelle with the with a plywood engine pylon, and there we have it. Now the engine, of course, is resting on top of the pylon rather than having, you know, it's not, the pylon is not proper. It's just, I have it just taped on for now, just to give you an idea. But that's the A300 wing, and then that will be attached to the central wing box, and there's your airfoil. See? So that's how we make a wing. That's how I make a wing out of 3mm depron. When I build my 7.4s and A3 10.4 foot A3 747s next year with an A3, I'm also build A380s. I'm going to use 4mm depron, and the wings are going to be significantly bigger than this, probably, you know, that much bigger. From there to there would be huge. You know. Alright, well, this is DemonDriver, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care, bye-bye.